Okay, we had to go get more sugarcane because it turns out I had nowhere near enough. But here is the new sugarcane field. Fly up. I haven't actually checked. There doesn't seem to be any huge holes where I forgot the stuff. I almost want to put like, I don't know, like a button or something on each of these so that. Oh, but you want torches on some. Well, I just don't want the snow because it looks. I really like the red. Oh, speaking of, you know what I haven't checked on in a while is our, not that guy, our map. We have, doesn't look like, maybe that is the whole area. No, we're definitely missing. And oh hell yeah, that updated. Cool. This top bit is still not updated. Let's go do that now. Very cool. No, I don't think there's really anything else to do, but let's just flick everything up. Oh, okay. Cool. So we have up here this pumpkin farm, which hasn't been loaded, but also doesn't seem to be able to replace the snow with melons and pumpkins. So we need to get a bunch of glass. I think I mentioned that already. This sugarcane farm will help with that a lot, I think, anyway. I don't know if it'll be loaded fully from that house, and I also don't know if that'll be loaded from here. I don't know if there's going to be anywhere in this area I can successfully load both of these areas. Not exactly the best planning, but the idea is, I don't want to AFK for the manual farms. It's too much, to be honest. So, yeah, the next thing I'm going to do is start getting some hoppers in to start taking some of the harvest from this, from the eggs from the chickens, harvest from the other stuff, that thing, and see what we can't start taxing. All right, so the plan is to put hoppers underneath the path blocks, so whenever an egg is laid on the path blocks, it gets sucked through. So this is going to be kind of tricky, and there's probably something that can make this like easier that I'm just overlooking, but I think that this is probably going to be our like best way of doing it. Is it that one? Right. Oh no, it's here. Does that mean that's in the wrong spot? Here, let's bring this down a little lower as well. We have 1, 2, 3 starting where? Hang on. So that is where the hopper is current. Okay. That means there, there, and there. Okay, that feels like it's making more sense in the scheme of things. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and for now, I'm just gonna have a chest here to start collecting eggs, but I'll very quickly like create some sort of system to kill, and you know, get meat. No, my whole concept of taxes is ruined. If they break it, the items go into their inventory. They don't ever land. None of my tax things here are gonna work. Oh man. Those 4 I threw into it myself. That's... Hang on, I don't know why I'm growing those ones. These are the ones that could be collected. If this... Oh no. Oh, I'm so worried. If this is the case... Oh, I'm so boned. Did you see that? Oh, I'm so boned. I just wanted to take like small percentages of their yield. Oh, no. My chicken taxes are gonna work for my eggs. If these guys would lay eggs in places, they've so far only laid eggs in places that don't have. Are you joking me, dudes? Can you lay eggs on the path? Look at that. Look at those spots. What is that? Hang on, if I... No, because it's on that. And I bet it's... Yeah, that little bit. That's so annoying. Alright, well, I mean, like, I'll still get some yield out of this, whatever, I guess. Damn it. Oh, the whole... Wait, what? I didn't put those there. Is that potatoes that got taxed? Is it a successful taxation? Bone meal? Where the hell did you get bone meal? Okay, so... Preliminary look, taxes aren't going to work, and we're going to have to resort to slavery after all. That's not good. Because, you know, I really didn't want to enslave the good people of my village. Congratulations on power level 300, Danny. Like, seriously, these are good people. They don't deserve slavery. But, you know, I don't really have much of another choice. Unless I find somebody else to enslave. Okay, so we have a few options. We can enslave children of the good people of Islas Lunder, or we can enslave strangers. You know, perform a little bit of colonialism. So I'm thinking, I'm leaning towards strangers. The easiest village to get people here from. Ooh. If we had. I think there is a way we can do what I'm thinking of doing. Let me just check it out. So, yeah, this will work as a perfectly adequate test. So, unless I'm mistaken, the kelp will make it so this can't freeze. In fact, I feel like I know this to be true. This is certain. So, what if we used kelp to create a waterway? The easiest doesn't seem to connect, I don't think, anywhere. If we fly over, let's check it out. So we need... Oh, it comes very close to... So I need to get this water... I need to get from here to here. There's definitely not an easy way there. Okay, so I need to create a waterway that goes through this. Okay, well, that's quite the project, but I'm totally down to tackle it. I'm thinking I might make it like around here. This feels like the narrowest point, probably. Hang on, let's fly up a bunch and get a good look at it. Yeah, right across there is probably the narrowest point, and then we use kelp to make it so that there's a boat path that can't freeze, and we will import slaves. Ooh. Oh, jeez. Hang on. Okay, so I've started digging the trench to create, you know, like what will be essentially the slave trade road for the Vikings to Viking. But we have discovered, in fact, you do receive tiny amounts of taxes. Really, really, really puny amounts. Also, he seems to be creating bone meal. So what this suggests... Oh, look at that. Poisonous potato. What are your inventories full, or you guys just don't pick those up? And also, this went from 4 to 7, so we got 3 more. So this one also 4. I didn't put those in there, and we got another egg. The taxation angle might not be dead. So I started digging the thing. I'm gonna make this trench and then create the waterway to get over there. For, you know, future Viking endeavors, but we can, you know, put more effort into the taxation thing, because that's a little bit less, you know, actual slave-ness. And I will need slaves later, so. Okay, so I've started, we've got the trench dug, and now I'm building the stuff that's gonna be in, I don't know, the trench, the whatever. We'll see. It'll make sense once it's a little bit more built. Right now, it kind of looks like it can't make sense. But it will. I'm very absolutely in every way certain that it will make sense. So right now, I'm filling this in because I don't want mobs to be in there at all. And then I'm going to do the other side, and then I'm actually going to build up some walls. Again, it will make sense. It doesn't yet. It will. Just got to have some faith. Okay, so we have this in now. It still needs, you know, like stairs to get down into it, and a couple bridges over it and stuff like that. But you can now take a boat through this, except you can't enter it or exit it because there's ice. But we can, without, I think, too much difficulty, get a ice path road thing to go over to there, so you can boat the whole way. Oh, it's further than it looked. It looks really far like this. Okay, we have created our, I don't know, kelp road. I'm gonna go ahead and map it real quick because I'm really excited to see it. Oh wow. Well, we can definitely map this part of it. And then this part goes all the way over to there. Okay. So let's fly over, and then we should map, yep, that whole thing. Wow. This is pretty good. And then let's grab this bad boy, and then fly over and make sure it gets mapped. Yeah. Cool. There we have successful most of the way, so that we're able to, when we decide to go Viking, we can do it. We can go start kidnapping people. I even have an idea for more stuff we can build here, which has come out of this. Very exciting. I'm probably due for a sugarcane harvest. Oh, let's check our taxes. I haven't really been around the village, so I doubt we collected very much. We got a bunch more carrots. Okay, hang on. Nothing but bone meal from that one. And then from this one, we got some more potatoes. We did get a little bit more potato. And our egg fella, I should have checked that one. Up to 9 eggs. Whew, wowee. So, you know, the taxes are, we are getting a trickle. I did say a small amount. I should, you know, make more farms so we tax more, I think is what I'm going to do. And see what that gets us. But that's due for a harvest. I should go trade with what's his name, who sells me glass and buys my paper. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this kelp. I'm going to go find a house to shove it into, I guess. Okay, so since I've successfully identified that taxation can kind of work, I'm planning on making a few houses and farms in this area here. I'm thinking like a house here, and then maybe another house there, and then probably another house here with a small farm there. And then I want to have like, I don't know. I'm not sure I'm going to break it up, but I want to have at least 2 more houses, total at least 4 more beds, and then lots more farm space. Because if these farms can produce little bits, you know, a lot of little bits adds up. So yeah, let's see what we can do. I'm just kind of running around checking all of my collections. I went and I chopped a bunch of what do you call it, mangrove log. I realized with MCMO, like the leaf blower thing, I learned what that is. If you don't know what it is, I'm excited to share it with you. It makes getting mangrove honestly quite tolerable, but check this out. That's an axe doing that. Hot diggity dog. So I've got a bunch of logs. I'm going to go and just kind of like, I don't know, make some buildings, see what happens. I think I do want to, though, get some stone real quick, because I want to have some stone in these builds. And I own no stone. Okay, I got the... Oh, I've never seen them jump before. I got my frogs. If I breed them here, the babies will be green frogs instead of... Oh, my word. Instead of white frogs. So I'm going to make, I don't know, a frog tub. I have no idea. Oh, my God. Look at him go. That's so cool. I made this. He was like, all right, I was just out playing doing stuff, and I realized I haven't checked on my frogs. The frogs have, some of them have hopped out, some of them haven't. These guys are definitely ready to bone down again. So please do, so we can increase, like that guy on TikTok with the frog army. And I'd like to get all of the frogs safe and sound lashed up to this thing, if we could, because, you know, I really don't want to, I don't want to lose my frogs. So winter frog, aren't you guys supposed to like freeze and hibernate when this happens? Wow, there's more frogs than I thought. Let's take the frogs all in if we can. Yeah, bring them in. Come on, froggies. Yay. Everybody gets lashed to the fence post. And then they get fed slime balls to produce, God, this torch, to produce more froggy children. I insist upon it. I would like frogs. Give frogs. They're so cute. So these guys, if they eat magma cubes, they will produce children based off of their color. So if I want green frog lights, which is the one I want the most because it's the most unique new light source color, the green frogs must eat a baby magma cube. That is not something we're currently working on doing at this moment, but it's on the way. What else? Village. I don't know if I showed this house, to be honest, or this farm. But we are generating taxes from this new field. We have people sleeping. I think Ongmund. Where are you, Ongmund? Yeah, Ongmund still needs a job. Interestingly, so I'm gonna put a lectern. I think there's one I put in the forest that no one's actually using. Go figure. The villagers didn't navigate over here on their own. I was kind of hoping they would. So let's, I don't know, find somewhere to put this down for Ongmund to work. I really don't want to put it in this, but what if I put it up here? Oh, and we have beds not being used up here as well. So why aren't they producing more children? Do they not realize the beds are there? So weird. And then you always get stuck on that, whatever. Anyway, frogs. Ah, oh, ah, oh, oh! I was just complaining about how I didn't get it in a spawner. Just hang on. I don't even know how close it is. Oh, oh, oh! That one. That spawner. I looted that spawner and I was like, oh, I didn't have other side. This is stupid. I got it. Oh, oh! I'm so happy. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Now it's just pig step is the rare one. But still, hell yeah. Hang on. I've just made a discovery. I'm digging at it. I came from through here. Hang on. It'll make more sense. I don't actually know exactly where it is, but very close to this. Ah, jeez. There we go. Here it is. Haha. Are they at the same level? No way. No way. If only there was one more here within range. Oh, that's dummy close. And they're both skeleton, I think? Yeah, both skeleton. So that's pretty neat. If there was one more, I'd be over the moon if there's one more in range. Because if there's only two, it's good, but it's just not quite worth it in my opinion. But, you know, save ourselves a little bit of heartache here and wondering. There's definitely only the two. That's cool though. I might do something with it, especially where it's two skeletons, but very likely will not. All right, so we're getting to the point now where we're generating revenue in our town. There's still a bit more building and adding to it that I plan on doing, but we're generating revenue in taxes very slowly. But we are generating revenue. The village is fairly populated, and I'm starting to run out of space to keep my resources, not just like my stone and stuff, but like my ores, my valuables, and I don't really have anywhere in this building that I'm able to expand, which means it's time for me to build a building for me in this village. And I have a few ideas for stuff that I want to add to it. And I think I'm looking at building it here. And what I think I'm going to do to make that easier on myself is I'm going to lower this down to be on this same level. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to do some terraforming and then figure out exactly how big of an area that is when it's actually flat, and then get started on my own home to live in. All right. We just slept away the night. This is the size of the area I intend to occupy. I'm planning on filling actually pretty well the whole thing with a building. Maybe not quite that big. Maybe not quite that big. Let me see. I'm trying to think. I have an idea. I have a few different ideas. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do in this space. I know it needs to be big. I know a chunk of what I've got in my head for the aesthetics of the build is going to turn into not usable space. So I think what I should do is map out the internal building and then the aesthetic stuff. And then just play around with scale until I've got that kind of figured out. All right, I'm vaguely pulling from two different builds at this point now. One by Grian, one by, oh, are you joking me? Oh, I didn't even have one of these tabs open. Hang on. one's based on a green thing, another one's based off of some guy from Reddit. And I'm kind of like gonna sort of jam them together and see what comes out on the other end of it. Um, I'm a little apprehensive. I'm gonna miss a huge piece of Grian's build that I actually really liked if I go with this one. But it's a lot of wasted space as far as like the actual build itself goes if I do it that way. So, and also like his was maybe just too complicated for what I was willing to do for a base that I don't plan on actually living in forever. But there are aspects of his build that I'm definitely going to keep. So this is what the footprint is going to look like. Everything from this block in, so there's going to be wall here actually, and then wall here, and then wall here, and same on the other end. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 blocks wide, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 27 blocks wide. It's just called Viking House tutorial. He uploaded it in 2017. That is there are huge chunks of that build that I'm going to not be getting it in. Like he has like these like things on the outside that kind of like go up like that and go for like an overhang for it. I will not be doing those. I don't think anyway. If I do, I'd have to like remove this igloo and move the road. But I kind of want to. But also like the height, the total height of ooh. I may be doing it. I may be doing it. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna get a little bit of progress in on this first before I make that kind of decision. Okay, so this is kind of like the start of it. It feels like it's gonna be massive, and it definitely is. It's gonna be huge. So I did take out that igloo, and I'm still undecided if I'm gonna do. So what Grian has in his build is are these, hang on, put up, I don't know, does he strip them? He uses actually I think oak logs as well for this, which I may as well do. But what he has kind of around it are these let's go to there, 2 3 2 3, and then I don't know how often he spaces them either. But he has these, you know, tree supports that go up a few blocks and then build up to have like an overhang. So here would be you step out, and you've got, you know, these from out here. There might be there, one there. There might be this like roof overhanging even further, all along, all the way around it, which I really like. I'm very strongly leaning towards doing because I think it'll look great and will make a lot more sense and when it's in. Maybe I'll just go and I'll copy whatever the pattern is for these trees. And I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way out. Like, yeah, see, I kind of want to do, yeah, I don't want it to be exactly uniform, but I do want it to come out a little further around the front. That's exactly what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go around, and we're gonna mimic the frequency that we have for the logs on the inside as well. This is gonna look, I think, really good. It's gonna slightly go into the is that the same level? No, this is the same level. It's gonna go slightly into the sugarcane farm, but I'm okay to shave off a piece of it because it is much larger than it needs to be. Oh, I'm really excited actually for how this is gonna come along. This is gonna be good. Okay. This is it so far. So we did include the overhangy bit from Grian, and honestly, what it's doing, because it's only going up, I think, 1 block higher than he did. If it's even higher, I think it might even be the same from his build. Let me just kind of, yeah. So it seems to be obstructing more of the build, but I also think part of it's the angles as well. Because like from this side, you really start to get a little bit more out of it. But also this is wider than his build too. His was narrower by I think total of like 6 blocks or something, so it starts to add up more. So I think something I want to try to do to split it up is have something something to break up the just spruce flatness, as well as I think I'm gonna put like maybe like mahogany, what the hell, mangrove open fence gates. So put a mangrove thing, flick it so it's open underneath all of them, maybe, something to help break up the flatness of this as well. But I think it's coming along really, really well. We do have kind of this functional, this inside area. And the next step is to build up the walls. Also, we're going to have like balconies, and I'm not sure what kind of wood I want to do these out of. I don't think I want to do more spruce. Again, I'm thinking leaning towards mangrove to break up the colors. And we'll have these accessible little balconies to look out over the land. I think that'll be really cool. And then windows in these center bits as well. Okay, I'm not really sure how carried away I've gotten. Hang on. What did it look like before? I think we were doing the lower bits of the mangrove, and then I added the fencing around that like bit there, and then I'm adding on to the top part as well. Getting ready to start fencing it in, or like roofing it in and like finishing. We're really quite. This is bigger than I originally planned, but I'm glad because I wanted something big. I wanted a large building. So we'll have lots of room to live and exist within this. Look at the size of this place. You can, like, I can even build individual rooms and all that good stuff. That's essential to the build, by the way, that stair. Without it, the entire thing will fall in on itself. Yeah, I'm really apprehensive. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the roof exactly. Like, what it'll look like. Obviously, this has to be slightly lower and then very barely build up to that because that one's higher. Beyond that, I really don't know. I really don't know. I'm tempted to try to do something with the mangrove roots, but I really don't think it's going to be good. I'm kind of envisioning something. Hang on, I have a little bit of it here. I'm envisioning we do something with it where, like, on the kind of like you have like, trying to think of the easiest way to like build it. So like there's like that effect where it's still completely solid on the inside. We just use that to like create that kind of texturing. But I don't know. Hang on, let's create like a bit of a mock thing. Maybe I don't use spruce behind it. Maybe I use something lighter, like maybe even oak behind it would be good. Hang on, I think I've got some oak logs still here to turn into. Yeah, I wanted planks anyway. Ah! What about this? Will this be? I'm also thinking about maybe moss behind it, so you can't even really see through it. Oh, interesting. Is that just because it's getting dark? Get out of here, guy. I'm going to try moss behind it next, see if I like that. I'd like something that you can kind of see. Yeah, I don't know about this. Putting the block behind it really makes it. Maybe I need to make a space. Oh, here's where things are getting weird. Yeah, this might be it. What about that? How do we think of that? And then can mobs spawn on what the? Excuse me. Can mobs spawn on mangrove roots? Do we know? I want to go with no. But I've never tested that. Oh, but that means this would be so awkward to build. I don't think I want to do that. I don't have frog lights, nor do I want to employ frog lights in this build. Thank you for the suggestion. I don't know. I've got to play around and see if I can't figure what I like about it. I don't think I'm gonna use the mangrove roots for this I think they're logistically gonna be a little bit more than I'm ready to take on. I definitely don't want to do hay bales because that was super expensive when I did it on this section. Like that's a lot of that's expensive to do that, especially for a building of that size. I might do deep slate and do a deep slate pattern, maybe dark oak wood like I did on that building. I think I'm leaning towards the dark oak wood for the ceiling or for the roof on the inside of that. Yeah, dark oak wood. No, no, that'll clash too much with the mangrove. Well, doesn't really clash with that. No, it doesn't really at all, actually, at a distance. Mangrove pops really quite nicely. Maybe I'll go with dark oak wood. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it a little bit. Okay. Okay, so obviously it's not built, you know, it's kind of very hollow and we're missing, you know, the walls there and the walls there and actually the walls there. And if you come up on it, you can obviously tell that this back end is missing. But this is kind of the profile. That's pretty much what we're going to be working with. I'm not madly in love with it, but I don't hate it at all. And this is, you know, this has diverged quite a bit from the source material, so I'm really proud to have that be the case, because wow, this is a big build though. Really huge. Really huge. So much wood. But I gotta do that next half. I've got to do obviously walls, and then I've got to put in yeah, it's supposed to be kind of like a Viking hall kind of thing where like the Lord might live. On the bottom floor I'll have like, you know, like a room where I sit in a chair and have a table, and then I've got like, I'll have like, I don't know, like a kitchen. Yeah, and then in the upstairs we'll have like storage and stuff. So that's kind of the idea. Wow, I just really impressed myself here, especially since, like, you know, the source material for both things are from 2017 actually. Just coincidentally both come from the same year. So, you know, if you know much about Minecraft, you know a lot of stuff wasn't in the game yet. Mostly all I'm interacting with is mangrove, I guess, though. So, you know, dark oak, spruce, oak, that was all there. But, you know, the styles and stuff, I don't know. Anyway, I'm really proud of myself for, you know, taking source material and then making it my own. But still, like, you know, we've got this part, which is very clearly from the green thing. The part inside is from the Reddit post, the Reddit user Sword Self MC. Oh, that one's only a year old, actually. That's this part is from him, but then I kind of, that's all I'm taking from him. I thought I was taking more. Now that I look at it, it's actually quite little. Although I've kind of taken, no, none of these flourishes are from him. They look so weird from down here, but kind of vaguely like, you know, you would see on like a ship. These are not equal. What's going on? So this one curves down. This one's upside down. I see. Okay, hang on. Yeah. You can. Yeah. There we go. Now they are equal. I think that one is better. Yeah, that's preferred. Why does that one feel like it goes out further? That's just the way it feels. That's just the way it feels. It doesn't actually go out further. Alright, yeah, I just gotta, you know, put in some walls and stuff, but this thing's pretty well ready to go. I don't know about that. I don't know if I showed this yet. I don't know if it's really even collected any. Wow, it's not even been here that long. Ah, we're getting wheat. Hell yeah. This is it. Obviously the dirt, and there's gonna be a door in there, and I'm thinking I'm gonna add doors in those sides as well. So, you know, it's not done, but it's pretty friggin' done. And then up here, I don't have a way to get up here, so I think I'm gonna put like, well, just like lanterns up there rather than having torches, of course. But we have both sides, like front and back. It is built. The interior obviously very not done, and then these, so as it is right now, it's kind of gonna be a pain to fly in and out of. What I'm kind of envisioning is on the bottom floor here there'll be like a sitting area and like a dining table and a little fire, and I think I'm gonna leave this open, and then I want to find a way to make it. I'm leaning towards patterned. I'm just gonna show you. Hang on, I'm just not really explaining anything. If we grab these bad boys and then we throw them down somehow, kind of, ooh, dark down there. Hang on, can I address this real quick? So if we have, I don't think they're going to be exactly like this, just on the wood. But what I would like to kind of attempt to achieve in this visual experience is have some way where that doesn't look stupid and you can just fly through the wall. And when you go in, you just fly through the wall. That way we have it, visually it is a sealed space, but you also can still enter and exit. And then this side I think I'm going to completely fill up and have this like entire half be rooms, and then there's like, like a lower level here. So this would be like sealed rooms on this side, and then all the way up to the top. And then here, I'm thinking this might even be room as well. Like from here over, the ceiling goes over, and it's open space. So it'd be open space for, think of this section, and then this section. And then here, here, and here are all like closed room spaces. And then I can have basements and stuff too, of course, if I want. But I think that's going to be the interior layout. But I do really think I want to put in doors. Oh, these are exactly the right size. Oh, I've blessed myself. Doors in each of these for the little balconies. I guess I should also do, this side balcony as well. And that way you've got lots of access points out to the balcony. Oh, but you can just walk. I'm fine with it. And then here would maybe come out one more block in width. Oh, I'm just worried about how that'll look, because once you start filling in spaces like this, really I don't have that much spruce wood. Whatever, that's all I need for this kind of visual experiment. Once you start filling in these gaps, like it becomes, it very quickly starts to feel super narrow and thin and hard to see. So you kind of have to, I could live with this. And I'd probably replace these with stairs so it's a bit gentler on the curve down there. But I think I can live with this level. And that way you can still walk along this here to use these doors. Although I guess it's going to go across like so, probably right here. So I don't have to worry too much. Let's get rid of that. I really don't need that. Not like this anyway. At this, okay. Sure. Come on, buddy. You got it. Yeah. Okay. It's starting to take shape, and you've got this. Okay. All right. No. I think I'm vibing with it. So we've got to figure out how to make that not look terrible. That's gonna be so annoying. But we're in the end phase of building this structure. So that's cool. Okay, so it feels just a little bit blank. Just a little bit. I don't know. I kind of might leave it though. Might just leave it there. It's so, the problem is the contrast is so stark from the rest that it really draws your eye to it, like really hard. Oh, there's a chicken. So like when you're making stuff, especially like stuff like this, you want stuff that like guides your eye around and through it. There's all kinds of stuff to look at. There's a variety of things. But when you have a contrast this harsh, it's just, that's all you see. Hang on, for dramatic effect. For dramatic, that's all you see. You know, you're looking around, you're like, oh, whoop, what in the world is that? And someone's like, oh, that's the side of a house, and you're like, is it? It just looks like snow. It's a lot. And then I think, because I don't love this, I think part of what's happening too is this draws your eye to that more. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is definitely my least favorite thing. I think I'm gonna leave it and pray somebody has suggestions. Okay, so this video is already far longer than I want it to be. I was editing it. I got to this exact point, and I had the idea. So I'm gonna cut out all the other stuff. We have this. It's built. It's all in here. These guys live here. There's a bunch of other stuff I'm not gonna show. We have beds. There's an upstairs. People work is upstairs as well. Up here we're collecting ice. But I realize what I'm gonna do to make that less terrible. Is my... Oh, you're not hearing? Hang on, let me fix this. You're not getting game sounds. I don't like that. Is it coming out of this instead? Also no. What is my sound coming through? Is it coming through this? Is that it? Also no. Is it this? Yes, it is. Okay, I found it. Sorry, excuse me. I know it's already so long. So my idea is I'll use signs to fill it, and I'm honestly thinking I'm just going to start and see what spruce signs do, but let's go see how this hides. I did also like add a little bit of stuff, but like if I... No, why are you sideways? What? No, no, no. Why? You can't put signs on... Still open to suggestions, I guess.